Hey everybody, this is Plays, and this is the continuation of a very long series of sculptures that eventually will make a scene out of it. We did the brick wall, and apologies for having 3 episodes of the brick wall. I'm very sorry. Um, it didn't really went as I was hoping for along the way. Still not really happy with the outcome. But when we're going to put the scene together, I will probably going to adjust the lighting and when the scene puts everything together, we can like tweak the assets as well. Um, but today I'm not going to continue with the brick wall. I think we have already enough for that right now. I'm going to do something else, and I have been thinking, what can we do? I was thinking to do like a window, like not like a very futuristic window, but like an good looking, not a window. Um, well, we can do a window first. Let's make a window first. That is going to be used inside, inside the brick wall that we made earlier. So we need to eventually cut the part where we want to have the window. So I'm going to borrow the brick wall that we made before, only to see if it like would fit into that part of the brick that we made earlier or like in the previous videos. So I'm going to borrow it. I'm not going to do anything with it, but only just to know the size of everything. So I'm going to open grid snap, turn off the hover effects. That's always the steps that I'm going for. And so I'm going to stamp this into my scene. There is still light in the scene. Alright, so my window is going to be the size of this particular wall. And the reason why is, I mean, like, I can do, like, make it so that, like, it's the size of 2 brick walls next to each other. But I think I'm going for something like for, let's say, around here. So I'm going to make a shape of it. Like so. I think this is already pretty much what I have envisioned. Maybe half the... Don't know why I'm not like... Is this exactly... I don't know. Doesn't look like that, to be honest. Okay, so it should be around this. So this is going to be the size of the window that we're going for. I'm not going to use this brick wall for it. Maybe we can. Maybe we can like make it like an one asset kind of thing. But that means that is that smart to do? Well, maybe we can do that. We have not really done the other side, as you can see, because the sculpture was becoming a little bit complex, or more complex than I was hoping for. So we only did this side, which is still the important side in my case. Okay, so we're going to start this, and let's continue. Don't need to have an introduction anymore. I think you already understand what we are trying to recreate. In fact, I do need to go in mirror mode. Like so. And release or delete the middle part. And now I'm just going to adjust its size so it will fit into that window cap. We're going to rise a little bit of graphics, but we need, of course, to change that. Alright. Lol. And it needs to be like fitting against everything. So a little bit tricky. That's why I needed to borrow this brick wall. Okay, is this just like... Are my eyes this deceiving? Oh yeah, it is. Alright. Alright, let's see on the other side as well. Need to go up a little bit. Oop. Okay, I need to go in a little bit smaller. I tried to stay it in grid. Because that will make my life a little bit easier. So far, so good. It looks all good to me. Why does that looks like... Wait a minute. That means that we are not in the center of the sculpture. Now we are in the center of that sculpture, so this looks pretty good to me. I think actually we need to adjust it a little bit better. We need to adjust like this as well. So that it stops where the brick is. That also applies to the cut of the wall itself. And yeah, so what I need to do as well is try This needs to be going like correct instantly, so we have to need to do it like this, and so that like it makes sense on the bricks. All right. Now we can definitely tell it's not. We need to bring that. I don't know why it looks like we are off grid for some reason. At least my eyes are deceiving me, but I really have that strong feeling. No, my eyes are just deceiving. This is the yeah, this is perfect. All right, so we're done with that, and of course we need to reduce this. Okay, so far it does not cost me much. I think I'm only going to give it the color that I want. So we can like continue from that point on. Of course, go into paints. Yeah, mirror mode is fine. And we need to find the right color for this. This is going to be a little bit tricky. Should be... Come on. There we go. This right here. Alright. Make it like a mouse. Come on, spin! Edit. And then we're going to paint. This is just like the base. Color. This is of course not going to be it, but that's just the base that we're going to use, and then I'm going to like paint over it. What I always do. Okay, so now we need to hopefully we can do it like this. And hopefully this is going to work the way how I want. Probably not in one-on-one grid. I think we need to... Oh, definitely not one-on-one grid. A little bit lower. So one. Like so. And then... I'm already not really happy about about the that's simply because like the grid is not starting from this point here, so we need to have the grid starting from that point. There we go. That was why. Looks like it was using so here it's still off. The bottom and sides are fine, but the top is wrong. Okay. Why is the top wrong? We might go for a little bit then. So there we go. So that should be all right. To make it a little bit. I'm gonna go for green, but go a little bit like this, I think. Oh, we have to paint it over anyway. All right, like we're almost done. No, nah, that's not true. Okay, there are a few things that I need to do, and it's going to be a little tricky to do this. I hope I'm still in mirror mode. Yes, we are. Okay, I'm already going to stamp this. This is not the correct position, everything. Because I can't do this in grid, so we need to do this manually. Alrighty, that looks fine to me. And now we need to do the same on the bottom. Zhung. 90 degrees. Okay, that looks also fine to me. I'm not going to bother with the other side, to be honest, because like that's not really that much of importance. It's only like the front that we need to go for. Okay. I think what we can already do is maybe paint it over already. Let's do that. Let's already paint over this thing here. So I need to go a little bit darker this time. And trying to find the right color balance. A little bit shaky here and there. Then we're going to opacity as low as low as possible. A little bit soft blend, and of course surf snap. Oh, it's already on. And then we're going to paint randomly over it, so it's not going to be like very perfectly. That looks a little bit weird, to be honest. Okay, like so. I think I will do this manually in the center. So it's going to be a little bit dirty, dirty. So also doing the insides a little bit. Okay. And that looks already pretty well good. Now I'm going to add up like a color that is going to be like a little bit of rust or anything or something like that, like this here. Flip, like so. Twist it a little bit around. I am going to use the old donut technique for this. And hopefully that will work in the way how I want it. Even though I don't want to do this in mirror mode. Because I want to make it look unique. It's not in mirror mode, that's good. So we get like a little bit of like that. But I also wanna add more red, like dark red, something like this. And for that, what are we going to use that for? Cone technique? I don't know. I have no idea. I don't really know why we're not seeing that, but I think it's not really seeing red over this. It becomes just like darker. Why is that? Why is that? Okay, this is we need to tone down the overall. Okay. But still doesn't really do. Okay. It is because the opacity is too low. Yeah, it's the opacity. Okay, so the opacity was the issue. Let's go back to this one. Even though what? Let me use the donut again then. Down, down, do, 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 do. I think maybe it's a little bit too red, to be honest. Need to find a very good balance for this. Hope I can come back, go back a little bit. Yeah, we can. Yeah, this is way too red for my taste. I don't think it's... That one looks like just like black. Okay, let me do my color myself. So we need to have, or I can use this. Can we maybe use this one? No. Don't really know why it's not really stacking up on that. Let's see if this works. Not really. I don't really know why it doesn't want to add the color. Is it still because like the opacity is too low? Okay, I guess it's just you need to paint it a little bit longer. Alright. Try to do it very subtle. It's because like the things are very close to each other. So that's why. So if you're curious what I'm doing, I'm just like making it a little bit like that it's scratched out and it's being used and everything. Like this is like a window. It has seen a lot of stuff in the past, you know. I'm not really sure if I need to. Now that I know this, I probably can still maybe reduce it. I hope it can go back now. All the way. Yeah, we still can. Okay. It's like now that we know this, I can still maybe use the darker red. You just need to paint it a little bit longer over it. Again, trial and error, trial and error. I don't really like this, for example. But I kind of want to have like a little bit of like the dots. As it's like it's very bad painting or something like that. Maybe we do need a little bit brighter red then. And I'm going to put a little bit more subland. I think I can work with this. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. And like once you have it like eventually in the whole scene, it becomes way more naturally. Um, if you see stuff like this. If this is going to add me like also above 50, I'm going to cry. You know, like then I'm like, how am I able to do painting in this game? We're not going for any clean look, so that's why I don't want to like overdo it. Of course, I try to. I really try to like matching a little bit of like random scratchiness and. And of course, we're going to like tweak the asset itself with the reflections and the color tone eventually. Okay. I think that will do for now. And now we can tweak its menu. So this is going to be it will still reflect but not too much, like 80%. A little bit whack, a little bit metal, not too much. So it becomes a little bit darker in its overall, and let's see if we can like reduce the go. So there's a blend a lot better in. Okay, so we have that. Now sadly this is not going to be in like this window is not going to be like one sculpt. Because I need a fence that has a different texture over it. So I have to like split up the asset, which I normally always try to avoid, but I cannot like really avoid it that much. So we're not going to do that. We only have like 20 minutes into this video, so I think I can probably manage to do, hopefully to do this in the next half hour. If not, then I need to stop and split it up, but I hope I can do it in one run. Alright, so let's start with the cube. I need to see how I'm going to make this. I can use flex for this, to be honest. But I think if we're using Sculpt, it's going to be a lot better looking. So yeah, I'm just going to keep using the Sculpt. We do need mirror mode for this, because we're going to need a lot of stuff happening. And you will find out soon what I'm talking about. Okay. We now need to make this. I can grab it on the top. Probably not, so we need to okay, this is not going to work. It is a very good technique also to make window, by the way. Like, do it like this. It is really good way to make windows. Needs to be as small as possible. Go like that. I'm first going to make the thing around it. Not really sure. Let's go a little bit in, falling inside here. I think that's perfectly for me. Also going to move this a little bit, blend them in together, so we don't really see really weird mirror happening. And we bring this up around so. And then we need to copy this one like that. And we probably are exceeding the height. Need to adjust that. Something like that. And I can adjust this up again. Whoop. There we go. And then we need this one sitting on the top, like so. I think that's pretty good. Okay. That now that I'm also seeing this, it means we are not really well centered. So let's see if we can fix that a little bit. June. Does it now fit closely to the side? I think it does, but I think we need to have a little bit further space. Because we need also to add some holders that's holding everything together. Okay. There we go. And bloop, 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 bloop. That seems all fine to me as well. So looks good so far. I'm not going to say what I'm going to create, so you have to guess. I think that's fun to do. So if you wanna know what I'm going to create, just keep watching. I'm not going to say what it is. until probably we're going to reach a certain point. They may be all we're going to guess for what we are about to make. How many? 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4 at the fourth place of the bottom. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That should be around it. And then just going to clone this like that. Oh, I thought I was way more down with this. Let me lower the grid. All right, perfect. So we also need the top. We are not done yet. Actually, need on 16 again. Like so. Well, we don't really need to have this. This one can stay a little bit further away. And now we can clone this. Oop. Okay, so here that's the something like here. Clone it one more time. Alright, I think that's good. And then we need the bottom as well. Oh, for that we need to go in 16 finer. There we go. I'll just do it like this. Oop. We need this one. There we go. We need this one. Oh, not needed. Because we are, of course, in mirror. Alright, so the outsides is done. Perfect. And let me see if it's... Yeah, I think that's... But maybe we can like put it a little bit more deeper into that whole thing. I think that's pretty good. Alright. And now the front part. And also a lot more annoying. This is going to be a lot of work. I can assure you that. We don't need to adjust the other side, but I wonder if you can already tell what Jacto is making right now. I'm very curious if you can tell by this. I'm not sure if it's wisely to do this in mirror mode, by the way. This is probably not so smart to do it in mirror mode. Oh, it is actually. It is actually very smart to do it in mirror mode. um. Oh. As long as my imp is not going to move on its own. I really thought this was going to be an annoying part, but this is actually a lot faster than I could dream for. Okay, so the only thing that we need to do is all the things that reach the outside of that sculpt. We need to bring that back. So that's the only maybe the annoying part of this. But this went actually a lot faster than I could dream of, and especially like in the mirror mode situation. This is this makes me very happy. I had no idea it was actually like so fast to do. Dreams is so fun sometimes. Like sometimes you're doing something in dreams and you're sometimes like end up being amazed how easy it is to achieve certain things. And since it's like it's a mirror mode, we only have to do one side of it because the rest is doing everything for us as well. I think I want to like it's a little bit better. Don't know why my imp goes all the way there, but that's funny. And then this side. Like this is something that you can also achieve by with flex and stuff like that. But the reason why I'm using actual sculpt is because we get a lot more realistic look and depth into our creation. But if you want to make something like this, you can also just like make it out of flex, aka or a paint tool or anything, whatever you want to call it. But look at that, guys. Look at like, so satisfying. It is so satisfying. Never made this before. Well, maybe the technique I did kinda like this before with the Winter Community Jam. I made a how do you say that? I don't know I don't know what it's called, but like a garden garden house or something like that, and the railing or the basically the sides were also made out of this. But I did not really do it like this, so now that I think I spent a little bit more time on that than I'm doing it right now. So this happens a little bit like on accident. Because like I wasn't really sure if mirror mode was the way to go, but actually it was. Like actually mirror mode was the way to do it. And once we get like everything done, like we still need to go a few, but once like the sides is done as well, it's going to be a very perfect like security for the window. I might maybe delete a few in between lines. Because like not sure if I will keep it like this or have it a little bit like more open. But that's just a decision I can make later. Let's first get rid of these things. Boom. Bloop. We're almost done. Don't need to do the bottom ones. And then it's as good as done. Then we need to paint it into metal. Okay, so now we only need to do the bottom ones. And we are good to go. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. I hope this is a little bit satisfying to watch. Like, if you ever want to make fences, this is the way to do it. Oh. I'm not really sure what I did with. Whoa! Come on, MP. Grab the good side. I'm not really sure like how I did it with the garden house. I think I did something similar, but I can't really remember if I actually did it in mirror mode. I don't think I did it in mirror mode back then because I couldn't. That was it. I couldn't do it in mirror mode because like the whole house is in well, it was sort in like mirror moding because like I did the whole house in kaleidoscope, which was very tricky to do at certain angles, but because like the house was like not completely in well, it is like in an hexagon like structure, but it was still tricky to do something. So I couldn't. I think I couldn't really do like the fences in center. It's so funny that how my imp arm is or imp hat thingy. What is it called even? Like the impy grab. Or like like trunk. I don't know what it is. Okay. Is it like an imp trunk? How you call? How would you call something like this, guys? Like an imp trunk? Not trunk. Wow, imp trunk. Like the thing where you're holding it, and bloop. There we go. Done. That was actually just the most annoying part of everything. I actually thought placing all the things aside was going to be the annoying part, but like the most annoying part is just the bring everything back to the original state. Okay, so that's good. Now I'm only not sure if I keep it like this. Maybe I will do it like so, but will that leave me too big off? No, that's really weird. I will keep it like this because if I cannot really do bigger um bigger I cannot really make them bigger because I need to redo everything again. And I don't want to do that. To be completely honest. Okay, so first I'm going to like add some reflection because it's very shiny. We're not going to do like a 0%. That's always like a no-go for me. And so I will say like 25, and then metal is going to be 75 or something like that. So I think that's a really good reflection for its yeah, for this sculpt. Now we only need to, of course, paint it over. And by painting over, we're going to use a little bit of silver color. I think I'm going to recreate that. Oh, well, no, we can still use the prim. We can still. I'm not really sure. Let me see. What is like this one? It's okay. And we are still in mirror mode, so that's good. And I'm going to use a square. And I'm not doing it just like this. I'm going to actually use a little bit of like sub blending. And also the opacity a little bit lower. I can tap. And I think that's pretty much it. I think that's pretty much it. We have not really much light going on yet, but except for the for this one here. But that's pretty much it. I'm already happy about the outcome, to be honest. Okay, so we only need to the only thing what I'm going to change maybe is burp 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 is maybe making the sides a little bit thicker. And the reason why is because like I want to paint a little bit over it to make rust. So I'm just going to do it like this. And also the bottom. There we go. I think that's because now it's a little bit like make more sense, I believe. All right. So let's paint. Let's paint. Let's do the thing. It's work, and we're going for dark red. And we're going to use a donut. And we don't really need grid snap for this. But we do need server snap. Make it lower. Spin it around like you mean it. Okay. And like opacity and sub blend needs to go up again. And now we're just going to paint as if there is a little bit of rust happening on this whole structure, because again it's not very new. It has seen a lot of like rain and stuff like that, so we need to have a little bit of like rust happening in this sculpture. Just going to, I think yeah, nice. I was about to say, am I in mirror modes, but we are. I'm not going to do the exact middle. That I will do manually. So we keep that for now. And I think I will do the rest manually. And the reason why it is, otherwise it becomes like it now kind of already looks a little bit weird, to be honest. So I am going to oh wait, that's not the right one. Like sometimes like painting in mirror mode is fine as long as like it's not going to look weird, right? So that's why sometimes I do everything in mirror mode, and sometimes you have to like do it manually, otherwise it's going to look very weird on certain spots, so to say. And that's what we're doing now. We're just like adding a little bit more detail manually on the whole structure. Right. So that has a little bit of rust as well. So you're probably already going to see a little bit of like the combinations in between. I think that maybe we also need to do that in its entirety of everything here. I'm not really sure. This is something we can maybe do in mirror mode. Not really sure if this is going to work though. But One way to find out. Maybe it's a little bit too much. I think what it's because like the service is a little bit too much. So I need to make this bigger, but then the ring smaller. Like so. And then like twist it around. Maybe opacity a little bit lower. Soplant is, yeah, we can maybe put soplant a little bit lower, but opacity needs to be as low as possible. Because it needs to be very subtle added on the in-between parts. Just to give a little bit of like a depth feeling on this. And then just like do it randomly. This doesn't really matter that it's in mirror mode, so you're not going to see much of it. Alright, I think that's it. That's so you can see it a little bit. It's very subtle, but you can see that's like it's also having some rust in between that part as well. So how am I doing with the time? Actually, if we have some time left, I can do one more thing. No, I will leave that to the other video. We are almost 1 hour in. I think that was a very good video so far. I really hope you like this video. Just let me know in the comments if you're actually learning, enjoying this, watching me creating in Dreams. Now, it's not finished. I need to like do something in the background to make it like an actual window, because like now it's still, you can like look through everything, and that's something I don't want. So in the next part of this video, we're going to finish the sculpt, and I think that the big part is already done. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and see you next time, everybody. And again, as always, don't forget to dream, everybody. Bye bye.